Welcome back, guys, to another video here, Detailing with Gary. So today we're gonna be doing the oil change on the Honda Pilot. We're just gonna be just basically changing the oil. So I just went to AutoZone to go pick up the oil and then the oil filter as well. So I'm just waiting for it to kind of cool down, so that way the oil is not too hot, just because it gets hot whenever you kind of start it and run it. So right now I'm just kind of waiting here for it to cool down, but I just basically got 5W20, that's what it takes. And then I just got the hood open, and then we're gonna be using I think it was 15 or I think it's 17 millimeter for that oil plug. So we're gonna basically check here to see if it's not hot anymore, and then just basically get started here. So we got our 5W20 right there, and then we got our oil filter right here. It's not like too big, it's kind of small and stuff, but that's the one it uses. And then we got our oil Lucas right here, just an oil stabilizer. So we're gonna basically be putting, this thing is 1 quart 32 ounces, and then we're just gonna be putting 3.5 on this one, since that one is one and it takes about 4.5 or 4.3, my bad, 4.3 to 4.5, but we're going to be putting in 4.3, and then just kind of checking on from there. But then we got right there oil bin, and then we're going to show you guys the location down here. So this one right away, this is like the front bumper part. Right away it's right here, so it's not too far, and then it says engine oil. So our plug is right there, and then let's try to kind of move down here. The other one is right there, so that one is not too hard to get off. You kind of have room and stuff. On the other side of this part right here, you got a whole bunch of room, which is kind of nice. But then we're gonna basically be removing this one. It's 17 millimeter right here. And then I'm just gonna kind of wait for it to kind of cool down a little bit more, just because since I kind of did go to AutoZone to get this. So we're just gonna wait a bit and then basically get started here. Alright guys, so now that I basically got it loose, we're just gonna kind of for this one, I'm just gonna take off my gloves since I already got it loose and stuff. Hopefully the oil isn't hot and doesn't burn my hand. I'm just gonna actually put my glove on just in case. There it is. We barely got any oil on our glove. I'm just gonna let that drain out for a while. We got our oil plug right there. We kind of got some right there on the tip. I tried to move it as fast as I could, but it kind of worked, kind of didn't. Next, we're gonna basically be removing the oil filter up here. Just once again, lefty loosey. So for this one, there's not really like a good angle where I could record, so I'm gonna just do it myself. But kind of once I have it off and stuff, I'm just gonna basically show you guys. And then for that one, I use the oil filter pliers, or you could use the actual size, like the, what's it called, the circular ones, and then you just clip on the 1/4 inch or 3/4, I think it is, so that way you could get that right size, and then just basically untighten that one. But we're just gonna let this oil drain here for a bit, And then I'm gonna just basically remove the oil filter, put that on, and then put our oil plug back on, and then just put the oil in the vehicle. And then also I'm gonna be showing you guys how to reset your oil life. Right now it's at 50, I'm pretty sure, around there. So it goes by tens, so it goes from 100 to 90 to 80 to 70. So we're just gonna basically wait for this to drain, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to put your oil and stuff, and then where it is and all that good stuff. Alright guys, so this is basically under the hood. You got your latch and stuff right there, VTEC right there, and then basically if you look right there, this is where you're gonna put your oil. So you're gonna need one of those fluid things, so that way you could put that in there. But basically I already got it loose, so you just basically gotta untighten it. It's kind of hard to record. That orange is the dipstick where you could check your oil. So right now there's basically nothing on there, but this is basically 5W20. That's basically what we got. And then you can see your owner's manual just to double check and make sure. But I just basically just set this right here and stuff. But this is your oil thing if you ever want to check it and stuff. But yeah, so now we're just gonna wait for that, as I said, to just kind of stop dripping. Hopefully it's almost done dripping. There's just a couple drops, and then we're gonna take off our other filter, and then just basically put the new one back on, and then put the oil back in. Alright guys, so we kind of made our own funnel here, since there was what's it called, since there wasn't a long one. But basically we got kind of two small ones, and then just kind of put them on top of each other. But now basically you just kind of have to go slowly. We got our other one in. That one is thicker, and then this one is just more oily. It's thinner, and then it is kind of at a weird angle, so just kind of be careful when you do it. As you guys saw there, that didn't go as planned. It kind of slipped. So just make sure you go back and clean it up, whatever you kind of just spilled. As what I just did, I kind of spilled some. So 3.5, so it's basically, this thing has 4, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Does it have 4? Oh no, it has 5 quarts. You just go 1, 2, 3. That should be enough. I'm just gonna add a little bit more since I spilled some. And then just basically, after you kind of just fill it up and stuff, put your cap back on, and then just kind of store that if you want to do it again with that little bit. And then I'm just gonna clean this area here real quick where it kind of did spill. And then down here, just so it doesn't smell like oil and stuff. And then also, you guys super quick should check your dipstick. So on the first one, always basically just wait whatever it was from the last one. That one doesn't really matter. And then put it back in. This is kind of like in weird angles because it's kind of harder to work around. But then basically just check So we need maybe just a little bit more. So I think it was right, 3.5. I think I'm fine because I added the other one and it had a quart, so it's basically, because this thing is 5 quarts and it's 4.5, I should have, yeah, it just needs a tiny bit more up to the line. So now that that's there, I'm gonna just take my other towel here and then just kind of clean that, and then clean your funnels here. If I could get it out, I'll probably have to get both of them out at the same time. I'm just gonna set there on top. Always make sure you guys clean your funnels, so that way next time you guys use them, it's basically good to go. That one other oil is kind of more thicker, as you guys see right there. Me kind of wiping it down, kind of just sticks more. Sí. No. Sí. So I'm just basically wipe away all the oil on both of them, or just one, I would say, because you would mostly use one, just that I use 2 here. And then basically when you're done putting in the oil, you could turn on your vehicle and just kind of start it and stuff. And then don't forget to put your oil cap back on. So now that we got that all cleaned up, we're gonna put these back real quick. And then basically put our oil cap thing back on. And then always righty tighty. And then just basically clean any little bit of oil that there's left, just so that way it doesn't smell like it whenever you turn it on and all that stuff. And then soon I'll probably have to detail this engine bay area once I kind of know how to do that a little bit more. But basically the oil part is done. So now we're going to be showing you guys how to reset your oil light on when you basically turn it on. You don't have to necessarily turn it on, but let's just basically get to that part. Alright, so you basically hold it down for 10 seconds. And then after the 10 seconds, once it starts to flash, you basically let go and then push it down again for about 5 seconds. So like 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to basically put your foot on the brake. And then once you put your foot on the brake, it's almost like you kind of just press it a little bit. And then the light should basically come on. So as you see there, I wasn't kind of too sure till I figured it out. But basically right there, I pressed my foot on the brake, and then as you see, it's basically at 100% of your oil life. So now you are set for either another 5 to 6,000 miles. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video on doing that oil change on the Honda Pilot. Other than that, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Peace.